over $800 on Jordans for her children for the first day of school or for back to school.
All her kids some Jordans. Her priorities is just off up. She think cause buying her kids Jordans make her a good mama.
What started as just another Griptown family live stream has exploded into one of the most shocking scandals the internet has ever seen, and this time, all eyes are on Grip Baby. In a desperate attempt to chase clout and secure that next big social media check, Grip Baby pulled a stunt so humiliating, so outrageous, that she didn't just embarrass herself. She dragged her own kids into the fire. Fans who tuned into the live couldn't believe what they were watching. Grip Baby was laughing, dancing, and showing off while her children, clearly uncomfortable, sat in the background looking confused and hurt. Instead of stopping, she doubled down, mocking them, putting words in their mouths, and even making them participate in skits that had the audience cringing. The backlash was immediate. Viewers flooded the comments. "This ain't funny. This is cruel. She just sacrificed her own kids' dignity for views, clout chasing at its worst, and now the internet is split. Did Grip Baby go too far for fame, or is this just another Griptown family stunt to keep the checks rolling in?" For months now, the Griptown family has been dominating the gossip cycle with a mix of wild live streams, staged arguments, and clout-grabbing antics that seem designed to keep them trending. From screaming matches that suddenly leak online, to over-the-top shopping sprees flaunted for the camera, the family has made a name by blurring the line between entertainment and exploitation. At the center of it all is Grip Baby, the self-proclaimed queen of the Griptown brand. She's bold, loud, and never afraid to embarrass anyone, including herself, if it means going viral. But while fans once found her chaotic energy entertaining, the tone has shifted in recent months. What started as messy drama has turned into desperation, and this latest stunt proves it. Grip Baby has always positioned herself as the hustler mom who does whatever it takes to keep the checks flowing. But her critics argue that her brand isn't about hustle, it's about humiliation. She's clashed with other influencers, exposed her own friends in fake gotcha videos, and even staged breakups just to milk reactions from viewers. Every scandal seems bigger than the last, and every apology livestream only adds fuel to the fire. And then came the kids. For a long time, the Griptown children were kept on the sidelines of the chaos, appearing in family vlogs but rarely caught in the direct line of fire. But recently, Grip Baby has pulled them more and more into her schemes, treating them less like children and more like props for content. Fans began noticing the shift, the way the kids looked uncomfortable in certain skits, the forced laughter, the awkward silences. Some commenters warned months ago, "She's about to cross the line with her kids." That warning came true in the most shocking way possible during a live stream meant to boost engagement and promote a sponsorship. Grip Baby went off script. Instead of the fun family content her audience expected, she began roasting her kids live on camera, mocking their clothes, putting them on the spot with questions designed to embarrass them, even making them repeat lines for laughs while the chat spammed emojis. The children, visibly uncomfortable, fidgeted and tried to smile, but the tension was clear. One even muttered, "Can we stop now?" A moment fans clipped and replayed as proof that the situation was far from playful. Instead of backing off, Grip Baby leaned in harder, egged on by the chat and the thought of going viral. She laughed, danced, and bragged about doing this for the bag, as if humiliating her own kids was just another step toward securing a bigger sponsorship. The backlash was instant.
Bought them kids $800 worth of Jordans. What about their backpacks? What about their school clothes? What about their hair?
Viewers who once tolerated her messy antics began flooding the comments with disgust. "You don't do your own kids like that for money. This is disturbing. It's not content. It's exploitation. Those kids are gonna resent her forever." The fallout didn't just hit Grip Baby, it hit the Griptown brand as a whole. The family, already known for messy drama, now faced accusations of child exploitation for clout. And that's why this scandal feels different. It's not just another fight, another messy live stream, or another fake breakup. This time, it's personal. This time, It involves children who never asked to be props in their mother's quest for social media checks. Grip Baby may have thought she was chasing a bag, but what she really did was put her entire family's future on the line, and the internet isn't letting it slide. The night of the infamous live stream will go down as one of the most disturbing chapters in the Griptown family saga. What was supposed to be a routine brand promo fun, lighthearted, and kid-friendly turned into a train wreck that millions watched in real time. The livestream Sister Grip Baby started strong, dancing for the camera, hyping up the audience with her usual over-the-top energy. She flaunted a new sponsorship deal, waving around products and reminding viewers to smash that share button. Her kids, sitting off to the side, looked tired but were smiling politely, used to their mother's antics. But about 20 minutes in, something shifted. Instead of keeping things playful, Grip Baby turned her attention directly on her children, and not in a way anyone expected. She began mocking one child's outfit, laughing at their mismatched socks and telling viewers, "See? This is what happens when I let them dress themselves. Tragic, right?" The chat erupted in laughing emojis, but the child looked down, visibly embarrassed. Another child, put on the spot, was told to sing for the camera, and when they hesitated, Grip Baby rolled her eyes and called them lazy. Fans in the chat started commenting, "This feels wrong. The kids aren't comfortable. Why is she doing this?" But instead of stopping, Grip Baby doubled down. She forced the kids into a skit where she made them roast each other, laughing hysterically as they stumbled through awkward insults. At one point, one child muttered under their breath, "I don't want to do this." The clip spread instantly, replayed on Twitter and TikTok as the moment the line was crossed. Fan outrage exploded as the backlash hit mid-livestream. The comments section filled with disgust. "This isn't content. It's cruelty. She's humiliating her kids for a paycheck. This feels like exploitation on camera." Clips of the children looking uncomfortable, fidgeting, and begging to stop went viral within minutes. Twitter threads dissected the livestream frame by frame, pointing out every sign of distress. TikTok creators stitched a video, calling Grip Baby out for sacrificing her children's dignity for clout. Even longtime fans who had supported her messiness before turned on her. The overwhelming sentiment? She finally went too far. The sponsorship fell out within 48 hours. The brand Grip Baby was promoting issued a statement, "We were not aware of the context in which our product would be used. We do not condone this behavior." The company quietly pulled their sponsorship, and industry insiders whispered that other brands were reconsidering deals with the Griptown family. What was meant to be a paycheck turned into a financial disaster. But the fallout wasn't just financial, it was emotional. The kids' humiliation became a trending topic, with parenting advocates blasting Grip Baby for emotional abuse in the name of entertainment. The insider leaked just when the storm couldn't get any worse. The first shocking twist hit. An insider leak. Screenshots surfaced of private messages allegedly from someone close to the Griptown family. In them, Grip Baby allegedly bragged about the live stream before it happened. "I got a wild idea for tonight. Gonna roast the kids on cam. People eat that drama up. The messier it gets, the more views. Will trend easy." The screenshots send the internet into chaos. If true, it meant the humiliation wasn't accidental or spur of the moment. It was calculated. Twitter threads blew up with outrage. So she planned to embarrass her kids? That's disgusting. This wasn't cloud chasing gone wrong. This was cloud chasing by design. How do you even defend this? The phrase, planned humiliation, began trending worldwide. Grip Baby's response to Grip Baby, seeing the outrage, attempted damage control with an Instagram live. She claimed, "It was just jokes. People are too sensitive. My kids were laughing with me. Y'all are blowing it out of proportion." But her kids' faces in the live stream clips told a different story. Tired eyes, forced smiles, nervous glances. Fans weren't buying it. The comments on her apology were brutal. They weren't laughing. They were begging you to stop. Stop hiding behind the word jokes. We saw the truth. You're only sorry because you lost a sponsorship. The apology backfired, fueling even more anger. The fallout in just days. Grip Baby's brand went from messy fun to public villainy. Parenting groups called for investigations into child exploitation for profit. Online petitions demanded platforms demonetize the Griptown family channel. But the most haunting part was the kids themselves. Fans began circulating edited clips of the children isolating their nervous glances, their whispered protests. The narrative shifted from messy gossip to a larger cultural conversation. Where's the line between family content and exploitation? The cliffhanger scandal was already spiraling out of control, but then whispers of another leak began. Insiders claimed Grip Baby had recorded multiple humiliation skits involving her kids that hadn't aired yet. If true, those videos could be even worse than what fans had already seen. The cliffhanger was devastating. If the livestream was just the beginning, how far is Grip Baby willing to go for a social media check? And if those alleged videos surface, will the Griptown family brand even survive the fallout? The backlash to the livestream was already bad enough, but the internet wasn't ready for what came next. Just as the outrage began to plateau, the floodgates opened. Grip Baby's unreleased skits leaked, and they were worse than anything anyone imagined. The leaked videos late one night. Anonymous clips began circulating on Twitter and TikTok. The first video showed Grip Baby coaxing her youngest child into reenacting a fake tantrum for the camera. Off-screen, her voice could be heard saying, "Cry louder, no louder, make it funny, we need the views." The child, visibly uncomfortable, tried to sob on command. The forced performance was painful to watch. Fans who saw the leak said it felt like emotional blackmail caught on tape. The second video was even worse. Grip Baby had staged a prank where she pretended to throw away her child's favorite toy. The little one broke down in tears, begging for it back, while Grip Baby cackled into the camera, bragging, "Oh, this is gonna go viral." People love when kids react like this. The clip ended with the child crying in the corner, ignored while Grip Baby posed for the camera. These leaks weren't messy jokes anymore, they were damning. Fan reaction turns nuclear. The internet exploded. Hashtags like #GripBabyExposed and #ProtectTheKids began trending globally. Parenting advocates called it disturbing emotional abuse. Fans who once tuned in for drama now swore they'd never support her again. TikTok creators stitched the clips with tearful commentary. "This isn't content. This is trauma. Imagine being humiliated by your own mom for money. She's cashing checks while her kids cry in the background." The clips racked up millions of views in hours. The narrative shifted fully. This wasn't cloud chasing. This was child exploitation on display. Celebrities and influencers speak out. Other influencers joined in, turning the scandal into an industry-wide conversation. A popular family vlogger tweeted, "This is exactly why people accuse family channels of exploitation. Kids are not props." A child psychologist went viral on Instagram, breaking down the long-term damage of forced humiliation on young kids. Even celebrities outside the influencer world weighed in. One rapper tweeted, "Grip Baby ain't chasing a bag. She chasing trauma for her kids." Sad. The wave of condemnation was so loud that it became impossible for Grip Baby to ignore. Grip Baby's meltdown. Instead of apologizing, Grip Baby lashed out. In another Instagram live, she ranted, "Y'all act like I'm the only mom who jokes around with her kids. Y'all just mad because I'm getting paid to do it. Keep crying in the comments, I'll keep cashing checks." The comments dragged her immediately. "This isn't joking. It's abuse. Imagine laughing while your kids cry. You're done." Her arrogance poured gasoline on the fire. Sponsors who hadn't already cut ties scrambled to distance themselves, issuing public statements condemning her behavior. The shocking insider reveal then came the reveal that made the scandal 10 times darker. An insider, allegedly a close family friend, leaked voice messages where Grip Baby bragged about her strategy. The secret is making the kids the stars. Nobody cares about me alone. But when the kids cry, when they get mad, that's when we trend. That's when the checks hit. The leak was damning. Grip Baby wasn't just accidentally humiliating her kids. She had planned the exploitation as a business model. The voice messages spread like wildfire. Fans labeled her the cloud predator, accusing her of sacrificing her children's well-being for fame. The kids become the story at this point. The children themselves became the heartbreaking center of the saga. Clips of them looking uncomfortable were replayed endlessly, turned into viral montages under captions like "These kids deserve better." Fans began speculating about their mental health, with armchair psychologists warning of lasting trauma. Memes that once mocked Grip Baby now focused on protecting the kids, shifting sympathy entirely away from the mother. The line had been crossed so far that even gossip accounts normally feeding off the drama posted statements urging followers to support the kids, not the content. Industry felt these scandals spread beyond just fan spaces. News outlets covered it as a case study in influencer exploitation. Parenting groups began lobbying platforms to introduce stricter rules on monetizing children in content. One viral headline read, "When clout comes before kids, the Grip Baby controversy." The Griptown family brand was officially toxic. Cliffhanger, and just when it felt like things couldn't get worse, another leak surfaced. Allegedly, Grip Baby had already filmed a full series of humiliation skits featuring her kids' unreleased content scheduled to drop in the coming weeks. If those videos went live, the backlash would be catastrophic. If they were leaked, the family's last shred of privacy would shatter forever. The cliffhanger was brutal. Grip Baby wasn't just guilty of one bad livestream. She allegedly had a vault of content waiting, proof that humiliating her kids for clout wasn't an accident. It was a business plan. The world braced for the next leak. By the time the leaked videos and insider messages hit the internet, the Grip Baby scandal wasn't just influencer gossip anymore. It had become a cultural firestorm. Fans, celebs, industry figures, and even lawmakers were weighing in on what many were now calling one of the worst cases of clout-chasing exploitation ever caught on camera. Fans demand accountability in TikTok and Twitter. Hashtags dominated. Hashtag protect the kids, hashtag Grip Baby exposed, hashtag cancel Griptown. Fans who once laughed along with Grip Baby's chaotic antics now turned viciously against her. This isn't entertainment. It's abuse. She's destroying her kids' dignity for a bag. We all watched this in real time. Shame on us for letting it go this far. Petitions demanding that platforms demonetize the Griptown family gained tens of thousands of signatures in a matter of days. Parenting groups began tagging sponsors and advertisers, forcing them to cut ties or risk reputational ruin. Celebrity reaction. Celebrity quickly jumped in. Cardi B, known for calling out messy behavior, tweeted, "I don't play when it comes to kids. Grip Baby is done. Protect them babies." Chance the Rapper wrote, "This is what happens when platforms don't regulate family content. Kids aren't props." 50 Cent mocked the situation with an Instagram post. Grip Baby hustling her own kids for clout? That's a new low. Meanwhile, family-friendly YouTubers spoke out with somber tones, warning their audiences about the dangers of clout culture. Media friends and mainstream outlets ran non-stop coverage. CNN, outrage as influencer accused of exploiting children for social media fame. BBC, clout vs. care, when parenting crosses the line online. TMZ, Grip Baby loses sponsors after child humiliation videos leak. Morning shows debated whether laws should be introduced to regulate child content online. One viral segment had a child psychologist warning, "This is not just embarrassing content. This is trauma being packaged as entertainment." Platforms under fire. Social media platforms found themselves in the hot seat. Fans accused TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube of enabling exploitation by allowing family channels to monetize children's humiliation. One platform released a vague statement promising to review guidelines, but critics blasted it as empty words. Hashtags like hashtag #BanGripBaby and hashtag demonetize exploitation trended globally. Behind the scenes, insiders whispered that GripBaby's accounts were already under review, with demonetization on the table. Parenting and advocacy groups step in. Advocacy groups seized the moment, demanding sweeping reform. One viral campaign stated, "Children don't consent to humiliation. It's time to make family exploitation content illegal." Lawmakers in 2 states even hinted at drafting bills to regulate family channels, citing the GripBaby scandal as the tipping point. The idea of child influencers' rights became a serious conversation overnight. The kids become symbols as the outrage intensified. The children at the center of it all became symbols of innocence caught in the storm. Fans edited clips of their uncomfortable faces into TikTok montages under captions like "These kids deserve better." One emotional video of the youngest child whispering, "Can we stop now?" racked up 10 million views in 2 days, sparking cries for intervention. The children weren't just part of the story anymore, they were the story. The industry fell. The Griptown family brand collapsed in real time. Sponsors cut ties. Merch sales plummeted. Even gossip blogs that had once thrived on their antics stopped posting about them, calling it too dark to monetize. One insider claimed GripBaby was begging PR firms for help, but none wanted the risk. "She's radioactive," the insider said. "No brand wants to be associated with her name right now." The cliffhanger, and then came the rumor that froze everyone. Allegedly, the leaked skits weren't the worst. An anonymous source claimed GripBaby's vault contained dozens of unreleased videos, including moments where her kids were humiliated in ways so cruel they couldn't even be described publicly. The rumor left fans horrified. If true, it meant the live stream and leaked clips were just the tip of the iceberg. The public demanded, would those tapes surface? Would platforms finally step in? And most terrifying of all, how much worse could it get for the Griptown kids? The world braced for the final bomb. The Griptown family saga was already the internet's biggest scandal, but the storm was only beginning. What started as a livestream humiliation had spiraled into leaked videos, insider messages, and now, the most terrifying rumor yet. The vault. The vault. Remorse whispers of the so-called vault spread like wildfire. Allegedly, GripBaby had recorded dozens of private skits, unreleased content where her kids were subjected to even harsher pranks and humiliations, all intended to be rolled out slowly for engagement spikes. An insider described it chillingly. The livestream was practice. The real stuff is still sitting in drafts. That one line was enough to break the internet. Sponsors flee in panic. Every remaining sponsor cut ties overnight. Companies didn't even wait for confirmation. One major brand issued a blunt statement: "We will never be associated with the Griptown family again. This is exploitation, not entertainment." GripBaby's empire, once thriving on drama and clout, was now collapsing like a house of cards. GripBaby's desperate defense instead of apologizing, GripBaby lashed out again. In a fiery live stream, she screamed at fans, "Y'all don't know what you're talking about. There is no vault. Stop spreading lies. My kids are fine. This is just haters trying to cancel me." But even as she ranted, clips of her children sitting silently in the background, eyes downcast, visibly uncomfortable, went viral. Fans weren't convinced. The more she defended herself, the more guilty she looked. Platforms take action. Then came the hammer blow. Rumors spread that TikTok and YouTube had flagged her accounts for demonetization. Insiders said her ad revenue was frozen, leaving GripBaby without her main source of income. The cliffhanger grew darker. Without her kids as content, without sponsors, without monetization, what would GripBaby do next? Would she double down? Or finally face consequences? The shocking insider leak just when the scandal felt like it couldn't escalate. Another insider leak dropped. Allegedly, a file titled Vault Batch 1 had already been shared privately among GripBaby's former collaborators. Screenshots hinted at unreleased thumbnails and video titles that were more disturbing than anything seen so far. Fans begged for confirmation. Were these real? Would they surface? Or were they part of a smear campaign? The ambiguity made it worse. The possibility that the vault existed left everyone waiting, refreshing feeds, bracing for something unthinkable. By now, the entire internet was locked in. The kids weren't just props anymore, they were the center of a cultural reckoning. Grip Baby wasn't just messy anymore, she was a pariah. And yet, the biggest bomb hadn't dropped. If the vault is real, what horrifying footage does it contain? If platforms ban her, will she resurface elsewhere, desperate to cash in on the chaos? And most importantly, will the children ever be free from being exploited in the name of clout? The saga ended for now on a chilling cliffhanger. The vault may still be out there, and if it leaks, it won't just end Grip Baby's career. It could destroy her family forever. And now the question haunting everyone online: is the vault real? Because if those insider leaks are true, if Grip Baby really has dozens of unreleased videos humiliating her kids for clout, then what we've already seen was just a tip of a much darker iceberg. The live stream was bad enough. The leaked skits were devastating. But a vault? That could finish the Griptown family once and for all. Her sponsors are gone. Her accounts are under fire. Her kids are now the faces of exploitation online. And yet, instead of apologizing, she's lashing out, screaming at fans, calling them haters, while her children sit silently in the background, looking more broken with every passing clip. So I'll ask you, do you think the vault is real, or is this just another rumor Grip Baby's enemies are pushing? Should platforms ban her completely and remove her kids from all content, or is that going too far? And most importantly, do you think her children will ever forgive her for dragging them into this storm? Drop your theories in the comments, because this isn't just a scandal. It's a question of how far someone will go for a social media check. Smash that like button if you believe the kids deserve better than to be props in their mother's cloud chase. Share this with your friends before the vault leaks, because if those tapes drop, the internet is never going to be the same. And subscribe right now, because when the next leak hits, we'll have every shocking detail waiting for you. This isn't over. The vault might open any day now.